On this episode of Terrier Nation, we'll hear from the new women's basketball coach on her first season at BU.
Maddie Shaley will update us on her BU Olympians and will give you an update on the men's and women's hockey seasons.
All this and more tonight. Hello, and welcome back to the first Terrier Nation of the season. I'm your host, Sabrina Sladich.
And I'm Arabia A. Goodlow. BU's winter sports are well underway, and all our Terrier teams are looking great.
They really are, Arabia. With the Winter Olympics pulling Terriers all the way to Beijing and a fierce competition for the Beanpot, BU fans have had a lot to celebrate.
It's always incredible to see players from our school representing different countries on the global stage. I can't wait to see how the Terriers finish out their seasons this year, especially the men's hockey team.
I completely agree, Arabia. After the Terriers beat BC in the first round of the Beanpot to head to the finals against Northeastern, I'm sure the Eagles will be out for blood. Still, with Drew Comesso finally back from Beijing, the Terriers present a formidable force. They're on a 7-game win streak, their most recent win coming against Northeastern in the Beanpot final. Sophomore Dylan Peterson scored the winning goal with an assist from junior Jamie Armstrong. The goal put the score at 1-0 in favor of the Terriers with just 2 minutes, 46 seconds left in regulation, and outstanding defense from goalie Vinny Duplessis secured a shutout against the Huskies. With just 4 games left before playoffs, the Terriers are looking poised for a strong finish to the regular season.
The women's ice hockey team is already in the postseason, set to face off against Northeastern in the Hockey East quarterfinals this weekend. The Terriers are coming off a tight loss to Providence, looking to break their current losing streak and extend their season as much as possible. The Terriers will be relying on performances from their top scorers against Northeastern, seniors Courtney Correa and McKenna Parker, as well as senior goalie Kate Stewart, to come out on top. They've only beat the Huskies once this season, along with 1 tie and 5 losses, so the Terriers certainly have their work cut out for them.
Well, we'll certainly be watching the hockey teams closely as they head into their postseason. But now let's talk about the Terriers on the court. I got the chance to sit down with Coach Melissa Graves of the BU women's basketball team earlier to talk about her first season at BU. I'm here today in Case Gym to talk to Coach Melissa Graves about the BU women's basketball program. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You've obviously had a very successful coaching career prior to coming to BU, most recently helping Wake Forest reach the NCAA tournament for the first time in more than 30 years. With all the success you've had so far, what drew you to BU?
You know, BU just fit a lot of what I was interested in, a lot of who I am. The biggest piece was the academic side of it. That was always really important to me, to have something that you can really sell to recruits. That's a big draw. Obviously the city is awesome, the city of Boston, the energy here, and then obviously inheriting a really good team already that wasn't a complete rebuild was exciting to me.
So you started the season out with some very tough preseason opponents, and you've gone on to dominate in regular season play. What was the key takeaway coming out of the preseason that helped you with conference games?
I thought the non-conference was really good. We went through a lot of things with COVID and injuries, so we were able to have different people come off the bench and contribute, and I think that's really helped us within the conference.
Absolutely. So coming out of conference games and heading into the postseason, what's your strategy?
Although we're doing well right now, there's always room to grow. As a champion, what's your mindset? Can we get 1% better every day as an individual, as a team? So we've had a lot of conversations as far as that goes on what we want to improve on and continue to improve.
What is the one thing that you guys have really been focusing down on fixing and changing and locking in?
You know, the defensive side has been big for us. What we're working on right now is getting into the mindset of everyone's coming after your spot. When you're in the number 1 spot, people want to be where you are. To always be ready from the jump to the end and the whistle blows, to be prepared for this stuff, especially on the road, because road games are so tough.
What do you think is the greatest strength of the program?
You know, I think we have a lot of weapons, and I was really pleased with my conversations with even the Navy head coach. He's always really complimentary of our team, and so the 2 times we play them, he was like, you guys have so many weapons, you know, you could stop one person, but then another person will step up. We have kids off the bench that step up, you know, those sorts of things. So I think that's the funnest piece, just knowing we're really hard to shut down because we have inside-out scoring. We can score at every position and those sorts of things. So it's never like if one person has a bad day, we're not in a good place. Someone else will just step up, and so it's really just fun to see that, and then they celebrate each other within that.
Looking ahead to the postseason, what do you think the chances are of a BU women's basketball March Madness appearance?
I think we have a good chance. Obviously, it's not easy. It's not a cakewalk, right? We have to finish strong throughout the conference. I think the position we put ourselves in and the work we put in now, and if we continue to play well and finish out strong, I think we do have a good chance at it. So.
Absolutely. We'll obviously all have our fingers crossed and
Thank you.
cheering for you
Thank
guys.
you so much.
And then one final question. What has been your favorite part of being a Terrier so far?
You know what? The people. The people have just been so great. From the time I was interviewed and brought in, I've felt very supported. I felt like I've been at home the whole time I've been here. The girls have been really welcoming amongst all the change that they've had to go through. They've been really, really great. They just made me like this handmade baby blanket for we're having a little girl. Yeah, so just really cute, and they're super excited to get to meet her, and they already want to babysit and everything. So.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Culture is such an important thing to a team. So I'm glad that you've found us because we're as happy to have you here as you are to be here.
Thank you. Very happy
Yeah,
to be here.
I'm glad. Well, thank you again so much for joining us.
Of course.
And now we are going to go ahead and take a look at the men's basketball team.
It's great to hear how well she's fitting in with the program. And although they don't have a new coach to shake things up, the men's basketball team has been doing well this season too. Despite a tough loss to Colgate last weekend, the Terriers have a strong winning record in conference play, which is 10-6. With just 2 regular season games left ahead of them, the Terriers are hoping to finish strong heading into the postseason.
It sounds like there might be some hope to see both our Terrier teams in March Madness, Arabia.
We'll certainly be keeping our fingers crossed. Now let's hear from Maddie Sheely about all our Terrier Olympians.
Thanks, Arabia. The Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics concluded with standout performances from many of our very own student athletes. Drew Comezzo made men's ice hockey history by becoming the youngest starting U.S. goaltender during the Olympic Games. In his Olympic debut, he recorded 29 saves and earned a shutout to help lead the U.S. team to an 8-0 win over China. There certainly was no shortage of BU ice hockey talent at the Olympic Games this year. 2 recent BU women's ice hockey alums also took to the ice in Beijing. 22-year-old forward Jessie Comfer represented the U.S., while 30-year-old forward Marie-Philippe Poulin represented Canada. The 2 teams rightfully earned their spots in the gold medal game, but it was Poulin and the Canadians who clinched first place after defeating the U.S. 3-2. We are so proud of all our Terriers' international accomplishments as well as their accomplishments on Com Ave. That's all from me. Back to you, Sabrina and Arabia.
Thanks for the update, Maddie. It's great to see so many Terriers succeeding at home and abroad.
And with the end of the conference play approaching, let's hope our teams can keep up that momentum and finish strong.
For sure. We're wishing all the BU athletics teams the best of luck finishing out their seasons.
And that's going to do it tonight for us on Terrier Nation. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for all the BU sports news and updates. I'm Arabia A. Goodlow.
And I'm Sabrina Sladich. For all of us here at Terrier Nation, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.